Hello and welcome to Twist and Flow Wellness Studio. My name is Adeline and I'll be your guide for our practice today. Today's flow is an upper body stretch and release, something we could all use, especially if we sit at a desk job, have a long commute in the car every day. We'll move nice and slow and mindfully, getting that stretch, reconnecting with our body and our breath. When you're ready, hop on your mat and we'll get started. As you're ready, come on down to the ground, finding hero pose, this bent knee seat. And if this isn't comfortable for you, you could always start in a seated posture of your choice. Option to sit up on the toes, curling them under if you want an extra stretch along the bottom side of your foot. If that's going to be uncomfortable for you, you can tuck the toes and sit on the heels a little bit lower to the floor instead. As you're ready, go ahead and close down your eyes here. Start to relax the shoulders, tagging a little bit of weight in the elbows. Start to tune in to those sensations in your physical body. Just noticing how you feel as you come to your mat today. And as always, we'll start things off with a little bit of breath work. The pranayama technique we'll be using today is called Ujjayi breath, that ocean breath. So as you're ready, go ahead and seal off your lips. Start to breathe in and out through the nose here. From there, bring the tip of your tongue to the roof of the mouth, just behind your front teeth. And with your next inhale, find this restriction in the base of your throat, as if you were breathing in through a straw. Find a big intentional breath, sending that air down into the low belly first, and then filling up the chest with air. And with your exhale, find a slow, steady breath out, pulling that belly button back in towards your spine, emptying out the lungs completely. With your inhale, big breath in through the nose. Exhale, slow, steady breath out through the nose. We'll find 6 more like that. Inhaling in. Exhaling out. Three more big full breaths here, holding your awareness, your attention to your breath. And with the end of your next exhale, let that big structured breath go, allowing your breath to come on back to its natural rhythm. Take just a moment longer here, observing how you feel in your mental space and in your physical body once more. When you're ready, you can blink the eyes back open. And if you aren't already, turn to face the front edge of your mat. And we're going to bring ourselves into extended child's pose, taking the big toes to touch, walking the knees out as wide as your mat here, and starting to walk or slide the palms forward as you settle your ribs between your thighs, setting the forehead towards the floor. Now, if this is too intense to start in your shoulders, triceps, you can bend at the elbows, crossing the forearms in front of the back of your head. Find your slow, steady breath once more here, coming into this little cave, listening to the sound of your breath. Take 4 more cycles, slow and steady, in and out through the nose. With your next inhale, start to lift your chest just a bit, and we'll walk both of our palms off the right hand edge of our mat, finding a big reach through those left fingertips, lowering the chest back down, lowering the forehead back down. 2 big breaths, sending that inhale over to the left side body. With your inhale, lift the chest, walk the hands through center off the left hand edge of your mat this time. Big reach through the right hand. Side body stretch across that right side as you slowly set the ribs and the forehead back down. With your next inhale, walk the hands back through center. Start to lift yourself up through your tabletop pose. Walk your knees underneath your hips here. Wrists come underneath shoulders. And then we're going to walk our knees back in space about 4 inches. Shift your hips over your knees and slide your hands forward, trying to keep your hips stacked over your knee points as you lower the chest towards the floor, working your way into puppy pose. Now you can keep pressure in your fingertips here, keeping those arms active as you lower the chest down. We want to make sure we're drawing our low ribs in so we're not collapsing through that low back. 2 more big breaths here. With your next inhale, start to draw the palms back in, lift yourself back up to your tabletop pose, walk the knees underneath the hips, wrists come underneath shoulders. And with your next inhale, we'll reach the right fingertips up towards the ceiling, coming into an active thread the needle. Exhale to drop the right fingers between the 2 left limbs, find a big reach. Right shoulder stays hovering. With an inhale, expand, send the right fingers up towards the sky. Exhale, contract, reach through those right fingers. Inhale to lift. Exhale to thread the needle. 2 more, just like that. Inhale, open the chest. Exhale, big reach. Inhale to lift. Exhale, thread the needle. With your inhale, reach those right fingers up. With your exhale, set the right palm down on the floor and we'll switch sides. Press into the right hand. Inhale, left fingertips rise up. Exhale, active thread the needle. Big reach through the left fingertips. Keep that left shoulder hovering. Inhale to expand. Exhale, thread the needle. Reach those left fingertips through. Inhale to open. Exhale, thread the needle. 2 more. Inhale, big reach. Exhale, thread. Inhale, lift. Exhale to lower, thread the needle. Inhale, last, reach up with the left fingers. With your exhale, set that left palm down, really spreading those fingertips nice and wide, gripping into all 10 of your pads. We're going to find some scapula push-ups, so keep your arms straight. With your exhale, start to draw your shoulder blades together as you lower the chest towards the mat. And with your inhale, lift up, spread shoulder blades apart. 4 more like that. Exhale, lower the chest, shoulder blades pull, pinch together. Inhale to lift. Draw those shoulder blades apart from one another. Exhale, slow lower. Inhale, lift up. Exhale, slow lower. Inhale, lift up. Last one. Exhale, slow lower. Inhale, lift up. Coming back to your tabletop pose. From here, we'll find our cat-cow. Use an inhale, drop the belly, open the chest, open the throat. Exhale, round through the spine, tailbone tucks under, crown drops down. Inhale, open. Exhale, round. Last one. Inhale to open. Exhale to round, tuck the tailbone under. Inhale, come back to that neutral spine, tabletop pose. Now from here, we're going to drop the chest down, start to draw a big circle with your torso in one direction. Option to stay right here, keeping the head in stillness, or start to draw a circle with the head in the opposite direction of the chest. With your next inhale, switch directions of your chest, switch directions of your head if you're choosing to move it. And with your next inhale, come back to that neutral spine, your tabletop pose, and we'll make our way up to our downward facing dog. Pinkies come out to the edges of the mat, walking those hands a bit farther forward. Curl the toes under, gripping into all 10 of your fingertips as you start to lift the tailbone up towards the sky. Rotate your elbow creases in towards center. Press your chest back towards your thighs, gripping into all 10 finger pads here. Either coming to stillness here or finding a big bend in one knee and then the other, walking out your dog, taking a few big breaths in and out right here. Make your way back to stillness in your downward facing dog. Shift your weight over to your left heel, anchoring it down. With your inhale, lift the right heel for your three-legged dog. With your exhale, shift the upper body forward, shoulders stack over wrists, draw the right knee towards the right elbow, hug that knee up and in. Inhale, kick it back, three-legged dog. With your exhale, shift it forward. This time we'll draw right knee to left elbow, cross it over, hug that knee up and in. Good. Inhale, expand, three-legged dog. And with your exhale, release. Set the right foot back down on the floor. Same thing on the other side. Root down through the right heel this time. Inhale, peel that left heel up, three-legged dog. With your exhale, shift forward. Upper body comes to plank. Left knee hugs to left elbow, left tricep. Inhale to expand, three-legged dog. Kick those left toes up. Exhale, contract. This time we bring it over. Cross it over, left elbow to right knee to left elbow. Inhale, kick it up, three-legged dog. With your exhale, set the left foot on the floor. Come back to your down dog. Take a big breath in and out here. With your next exhale, set your knees back down on the floor. Make your way back to that extended child's pose. Toes touch, knees come out wide. Reach the fingertips forward and space set the forehead down. 4 breaths here to reset. Maybe you roll out the wrists here as you breathe. With your next inhale, we'll rise back up. Make your way back to your downward dog. Walk the knees in, curl the toes under, send your hips up high and back. Press your chest towards your thighs. Shift your weight over to your left heel with your next inhale, three-legged dog. Kick that right leg up. With your exhale, shift forward, hug right knee to right elbow. Inhale, kick it up, three-legged dog. Exhale, cross it over, right knee to left elbow. Inhale, kick it up, three-legged dog. This time with your exhale, shift it forward, hug that knee in, bring knee towards nose, then press into your fingertips, lift up out of your shoulders like we did in those scapula push-ups, and step right pinky toe to right thumb, coming into your lunge. Set the left knee down on the floor, uncurl the back toes. Use an inhale, reach the fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, release. Interlace your fingers behind your back, drawing the knuckles down, opening up the chest. Pull your pelvis under your low ribs, draw towards your hip points here. Take another big breath in and out. With your next exhale, start to hinge, fold forward at your hip. Maybe your hands rise, opening up the chest, sending the knuckles up towards the ceiling as you find this humble warrior variation. With your next exhale, gently release that bind, sweep the fingertips down, inhale, rise up, crescent lunge. Exhale, cactus the elbows, open the chest. With an inhale, reach those fingertips back up. Exhale, dive forward, curl the left toes under as you plant the palms and lift it up to a low lunge. Step the right foot back for your plank pose. Either from your plank or lowering the knees for half plank, hug the elbows in, come all the way down to your belly. Palms come in line with your rib cage. Use an inhale to lift the chest, find your cobra pose. Exhale to release. Curl the toes under, send the tailbone up high and back, coming to downward facing dog. And we'll do the same sequence on the other side. Grip into all 10 of your fingertips, press your chest back as you lift that tailbone up towards the ceiling. With your exhale, root down through your right heel. Inhale, left heel rises, three-legged dog. Exhale, shift forward, left knee to left elbow, hug it in. Inhale, lift that foot up, three-legged dog. Exhale, cross it over, left elbow, left knee to right elbow. Inhale, three-legged dog. This time as we hug that knee in, we'll draw knee to nose, lift up out of the shoulders, shoulder blades pull apart as we step left pinky toe to left thumb. Set the right knee down, uncurl the right toes. Inhale, rise up, fingertips reach towards the sky. Exhale, release your hands and interlace them in that bind behind your back. Draw your knuckles down in space, open the chest, shoulders roll back. Take 2 big breaths right here. Fill the lungs, emptying them completely with each exhale. With your next exhale, start to hinge at the hips. Maybe your knuckles reach back in space. Maybe they start to tip upwards as you drop your chest to the inside of that left leg. Rib cage hugs your thigh. Big opening in the chest. Take 2 full breaths. With your exhale, gently release that bind. Inhale, fingertips rise. Exhale, cactus the elbows, open the chest. Inhale to reach up. Exhale to release. As you drop the palms, curl the right toes under, lift the right knee, plant the palms and step the left foot back for plank pose or half plank. Either way, hug your elbows in, drop all the way down to the floor. Press into the fingertips, use an inhale to lift your chest. Shoulders draw back, opening up the heart space. Exhale to release. From our cobra, we'll reach our right arm out, then send the fingers up about 15 degrees, bending at the elbow about 15 degrees. With your next inhale, press into your left palm, start to roll onto your right hip. Left toes reach up and over. Maybe you keep the head lying on the ground. You'll find a big stretch in the chest, in the pec, coming across the shoulder, and find a big breath here, sending it with intention to that stretch. We'll take 8 full breaths here in our scorpion or our fallen angel. With the end of your exhale, release. Come back to your belly, setting your left hip down, and we'll switch sides. Bring your right palm in towards the ribs. Extend your left arm out long, opening it up 15 degrees, and then bending at the elbow about 15 degrees. Plant down through your left palm, pressing into your right fingers. Roll onto your left hip, right toes lift up and over. Maybe you come to rest on your left temple, left cheek. Find some big, slow breaths in, stretching through that pec, through your chest. With your next exhale, slowly release. Set the right hip back down, extending both legs out long. Draw the left palm in, bring it in line with your ribs. And with your next inhale, we'll press up, coming through our tabletop pose. Walking the knees together, we'll come back to that hero pose, setting the heels, the hips on the heels, and coming to sit up nice and tall. Relax your shoulders down and away from your ears. Tuck your chin towards your chest ever so slightly. Proud spine, one nice long line from tailbone up through the crown of your head. Option to close down the eyes here. Take a few breaths, noticing, observing how you feel now in your physical body and in your mind. With your next inhale, we'll start to rise up, coming to kneeling. Maybe you walk the knees out a few inches away from each other. Give yourself a little bit more stability. And then we'll start to reach our hands back in space. Flip the fingertips to face your glutes and press the hands into your low back, giving yourself some support here. From here, we're going to find a tiny baby camel pose, just a small back bend. So we'll start to roll those shoulders back, elbows draw in towards one another as we start to lean the chest back in space. And maybe you just come an inch or two backwards. If this feels okay and good for you in your low back, you could start to tip further, pressing your hands into your spine, opening the throat, tipping the head back in space. This doesn't work for you, you can take a pause, stay in your hero pose, find 4 more breaths here. With your next inhale, engaging your core, mindfully lift yourself back up. Release your hands, set your hips back down on your heels. Make your way back through your hero pose. From here, swing your legs off to one side, come to your seat, extending your legs out long in front of you. We'll find a seated forward fold, option to take that fleshy part of your glute, lift it up and off to the side, really grounding your sitting bones down into the ground and to the mat. Use an inhale, lift your fingertips up towards the sky. Exhale, think up and over as you hinge, fold forward at the hips. Gently set your hands down on your legs wherever they reach, so we're not gripping and pulling ourselves into this fold. We're passively folding, keeping the knees nice and buoyant, not locked out. Relax through the feet as you tuck your chin into the chest. Breathe into the upper back here. With each exhale, notice how you can soften into the pose, find a little more space in the physical body. With your next inhale, we'll find a slow roll all the way back up to seated, stacking the head over the heart, heart over the hips. Set your hands down at your sides, pressing into the heels of your hands, pressing into the heels of your feet. To lift your glutes, slide your hips forward. Make enough room behind you for your head as you make your way down to the ground to come to lying. Feet can stay on the floor, knees pointed up towards the ceiling. We'll start by reaching our arms out wide in a T, then bend at the elbows, send your fingertips towards the bottom edge of your mat up past your head. Then walk your feet in towards your glutes and open your feet out wide towards the edges of your mat. With your next exhale, drop both sets of knees over to the right. And if your feet slide out a little bit towards that top edge of your mat, let them. Soften yourself here, letting your legs, your knees get nice and heavy, finding a nice internal and external rotation in the hips. Rooting down through your left shoulder to keep your chest open. Send your breath down into the belly and then fill the lungs with air. We'll take 5 full breaths here. With your next inhale, engage through your midsection and start to lift your knees back through center. Square off your hips, straighten out the spine here. Set the hips back down. And with your feet on the floor, use your next exhale to drop the knees over to the left this time. Right shoulder stays grounding down. Option to close down the eyes. Focusing on your breath, finding those big inhales into the low belly, then the chest. Slow, steady exhales, both through the nose. With your next inhale, lift the knees through center. Straighten out the spine one last time. Set the hips back down. And from here, extend one leg out long and then the other. Option to keep your arms where they are, finding that heart opener. Or you could reach your arms up straight past your head, clasp onto opposite elbow, set your forearms down at the top of your head. Or you could take the traditional Shavasana, opening your palms at your sides, turning them to face the ceiling. Find a gentle tuck of your chin in towards your chest. And then start to soften, release any tension in your physical body, letting yourself melt, get nice and heavy. Let gravity pull you down to the floor. And with your physical body softening into stillness, guide your awareness, your observation back to your breath without altering it this time. Just using it as your anchor to the present moment, allowing it to hold you here in stillness for the next 2 full minutes as we unwind and soak it in our Shavasana. Begin to deepen your breath. Bring some energy and that life force back through your physical body. And slowly start to move, wiggling the fingers, wiggling the toes. Allow that movement to grow, stretching out through the hands and the feet, rolling out through the wrists and the ankles. As you're ready, you can blink your eyes back open to the space around you. And taking all the time that you need, bend into one knee and then the other, bringing the feet to the floor. Turn onto one side or the other, coming through your fetal pose, resting your head on your bottom arm, taking a few breaths here before we press up. And as you're ready, start to rise, making your way into a seat, maybe your easy pose, legs crossed, or another seated posture of your choice, where we'll meet to close. Tuning into those sensations of your physical body one last time, feeling your sitting bones pressing you down into the floor, finding that lift, that length up out of your spine, lifting you through the crown of your head. Pause here. Take a moment to thank yourself for showing up, making your way to the mat today to move mindfully and with intention, reconnect to your body, quieting your mind, finding some space both in mind and body, and reconnecting to your breath. I thank you so much for meeting me here, joining me once again, and I hope to see you again soon. When you're ready, bring the palms together in prayer at your heart center, Anjali Mudra, and we'll take 2 breaths in through the nose to sigh, out through the mouth together to close. Inhaling in, exhale, let it out. Inhale in, exhale out. Namaste. Thanks so much again for joining me here. I hope to see you back on the mat again soon.